Welcome to War Thunder with Subdude. How y'all doing today? Well, just a bit of a replay, doing some good old-fashioned ground attack and some commentary on the side. Now, a lot of you might be well aware that the A2D-1 came out recently, one of the more recent patches, and it's become one of the go-to planes for ground attack. And I have to say, it is probably one of the more spectacular planes for ground attack because it combines not only an excellent payload. As you can see, it's loaded up with two 2,000-pound bombs and 8 500-pound bombs. So we've got 4 tons on the wings. That's 2 tons per side. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of ordnance. That's a lot of bang for your buck. And then it's got 4 20mm cannons, and then again, it's got speed. For an attacker, this is quite the plane. And this is probably one of the best maps in the game when it comes right down to it for ground attack. Why? Because everybody's over there. They're not running up your tail feathers or coming down on top of you as you're starting to do your attack run. And, you know, occasionally you'll get somebody who will be all over you because they decided to do the ornery thing and fly from the other airfield, which I don't blame them. And I get a little charge out of that every time that happens because, you know, hey, you were smarter than the rest of your team. Good job. And bombs away. This is gonna hurt. To the tune of 10 kills. And that still leaves me 2 tons of bombs. Of which I'm going to start dropping it all along here. And end up with 4 more. But again, this is a situation where this plane was designed to do ground attack. And it's a good plane. It's an excellent plane. And it can double as a fighter, not a very good fighter. It's too heavy to be a good fighter. But it does have its moments. And I can think of at least one F-84 pilot who cursed me quite soundly for blowing his balls off, if you will. I went in and just literally, you want to go head to head? Okay, we go head to head. And I just went right down his throat. But one of the things about this plane, I mean, it can take a wing attack. You can hit it right there on the wing. Wing to wing. And it'll keep flying. You hit it with 150 caliber bullet in the tail and it falls off. Which is like, what? Oh, well, you know. You win some, you lose some, and yeah, I'm never going to get a happy medium on damage models, because my opinion of damage models will never be the same as the guys that actually make the models. But again, this is one of those maps where I'll deal with it. It's fun. Have fun. You know, go kill some stuff. And there actually needs to be more of this in the game. Now, I recently put up a video where I was talking about that. And I know there's a lot of people that just kind of look at these videos and they go, oh, yeah, right. Whatever. Just another angry ground attacker. Well, yeah and no. I enjoy the fight. And when I'm flying a fighter, I enjoy flying the fighter. Sometimes. Sometimes, I mean, there are maps that just aren't worth the trouble to even fly on. Husky is a good example of why did somebody come up with this trashy map that has literally no value. Or I think it's Honolulu. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I give up trying to remember all the horrible maps, but I've marked out the ones that I'll never fly on. But I love this plane. I think this is a grand plane. And I can't wait for Gaijin to finally give us the Jet Age attacker. The A4 Skyhawk, A6 Intruder, the A7 Corsair 2. Now, some people are going to call them, well, especially the A7, they're going to call it a fighter. It's really not a fighter. It's a ground attacker. It's a bomber. It carries a massive load of ordnance. It carries every bit as much as this plane and more. And it carries a wider variety of ordnance. Now, this plane is one that they should have continued development to get the engine working right. And Vietnam proved that. Vietnam definitely proved that we needed a plane with endurance. The A1 Sky Raiders, or the AD-2 and 4 that we have in game, actually the AD-4, excellent planes, great endurance, able to carry a massive load of weaponry, and were able to stay on station to do their job. Now, that could be repelling an enemy attack. It could be helping the Jolly Greens pull a pilot out of a bad situation. Excellent planes. This plane would have been just as good. And I think it might even have been a little bit better, because it was not only capable of being there on station longer, like the ADs, it had the ability to actually get there faster. And there's enough room in that fuselage to mount some serious electronics. I mean, this plane would be interesting. Well, that was the match. 23 ground kills, 2,218 points, number one in the team, and I did my job. I went after the ground targets. I beat the heck out of the ground. And that's what the plane is for. Now, I could have taken those 4,000 pounds of bombs and gone, for 8,000 pounds of bombs, and gone over and taken out a couple of those bases. But it's definitely far more satisfying to go after all those ground targets. And there's more skill involved in that. This is not a simple case of space, 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 space. Or press that one button that dumps all your bombs. This is a matter of actually being able to be on target to kill a specific target or group of targets. And this is how more of the maps should be laid out. So that we are sitting there able to do more than just mindless fighter on fighter slaughter. That's Subdude signing out. Y'all have a pleasant today, a better tomorrow, and we will catch you in the skies and air realistic on the good maps. Good night, folks.